Hi guys, how are you? And welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Jordana. And if not, then thank you for coming back and taking the time to watch my videos. I truly appreciate it. If you didn't know, this year I'm doing a no buy year. From December 2018 till December 2019, I'm not shopping for makeup. If you want to know my rules and the only reasons why I would shop makeup, then just go and see on my playlist my first check-in, my December check-in, and then you will see my rules for makeup. Today I'm gonna do another inventory video. My last one was showing you translucent powder, colored powders, color correcting powders, and then under eye setting powders. The ones on my kit and the ones for myself. I'm a makeup artist, so I'll be showing you products that go on my kit and on my personal life. So if you're interested in seeing my color powder, pressed powder, loose powder, but just powders with skin color, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I just count them and I have 21 powders right here. The thing about this category is that I never, almost never, 99% of the time, I won't use a colored powder. I will only use translucent powder to set my foundation. So it baffles me that I have the amount of powders that I have since I basically don't use them. The first two are recent purchases, and these were meant for my kids, but since I used them on myself and they weren't quite working, like I don't picture them setting a foundation without changing the color that I already gave to the client. I have to play with them more, but these are good. It's just that I don't know if they will work for every client. These are the darkest brown and nude from the Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powders. These are affordable and I got them on Amazon. They give a little bit of a coverage and I've used them when I travel just to set my face without applying any foundation, and they give a beautiful coverage, but they have a color, so they will change the color of your foundation. They're good. They don't look cakey at all throughout the day. They're long lasting. They're beautiful. I have 3 of the Becca Perfect Skin Mineral Powder Foundation, and I have them on the shade Noisette, Tan, and Buttercup. And these, I thought the same thing as the others, that I was gonna start setting my client's face with colored powders because I saw a makeup artist do it and her clients always look beautiful, as if mine didn't, because that's how we are. So I'm thinking about maybe trying these as powder bronzers for some of my clients with different skin tones. So you will see them right here. Maybe the camera won't pick up the shades as well, but this is a tan color. These two are not that tan, but these can be used as a bronzer, I bet, on lighter skin clients. So I will try and use them and put them on my kits and play with them. And I will use them for myself to see how they perform. These are discontinued, so I bought them on sale because one person was recommending them and I thought they were a super nice purchase because they were on sale. That will teach you something. Things that are on sale that you're not using anyway, you're just losing money. Because if you're gonna buy something that's worth $100 but you're gonna use it every day, for me that's worth it. But if you buy something that's $1 and you're never gonna use it, you're wasting $1. This was sent to me by Australis, and this is the translucent powder Livre shade 300 from Lancome. This is definitely not translucent, and this on camera it looks way lighter, but it's darker. So maybe this will also work as a bronzer, and I go through bronzers more than I do powders. So yeah, this maybe will work as a bronzer, or maybe I will put it in my bronzer drawer and use it for an entire month and see how it works. But I haven't been able to try it because they sent it to me to review it and it was just too dark for me. These two are the Urban Decay Naked Powders. One was given to me by a friend and the other one was sent to me by Australis. And I haven't used any of them because, like I said, I never use colored powders. One is in the shade medium and the other one is in the shade medium light. I've heard people saying good things about them. I don't think they're available anymore, so I need to really use them. They're not that old in my collection, but they're new. I haven't used them. I need to use them. They're really, really soft and finely milled. Another powder that I have to set the entire face that I never use is the Halo To Go Hydrating Perfecting Powder from Smashbox in the shade medium. And you can see right here, I'm not gonna say anything about these products because I'm telling you that I don't use them, so I don't have any opinion on them. Two powders that I bought for my kids and that I will never regret it because they're the best powders ever. And this is one investment that is actually worth it. It's the powders by Charlotte Tilbury. These are amazing powders. I've gone through, I think, two of the medium shade before for personal use. And I have here the number 3 and number 2. I would need to get the fair one, but I'm in a Nova year, so I won't be getting it. But these are really nice to have on my kit. They set the skin perfectly. And the medium one is perfect for my skin tone. And this is one of those powders that if you need to retouch, I'm not a retoucher because I don't carry makeup with me when I go out, even though I love makeup. But if I need to retouch, and I retouch with this one, my skin looks beautiful and it never gets cakey. It's just a beautiful powder. The consistency is just amazing. I know it has some sort of wax and that's why they are so good, but they're truly worth it and they last a while as well. This powder is the Hello Flawless by Benefit. This I got because Andrea Matiliano, which is one of my favorite YouTubers, she used to love this and then I got it in the wrong shade. I have it in the shade beige. All the world's my stage beige, and this is too dark for me, and then when I'm tan I forget to use it, so I maybe will use this as a bronzer as well because I go through bronzers and that way I won't feel like I have less bronzers because I've been finishing bronzer like crazy this year. I finished about 5 or 6 bronzers, and since I'm not allowed to buy any bronzer and I don't really want to buy anything if I can help myself, then I can use these as bronzers, or I will put them in my bronzer drawer, a few of these things to just make myself use them more. From the drugstore, these I got sent by Influencer, and this is a nice powder to buff from the drugstore or just to set your skin because it's not that colored. This is the CoverGirl Outlast All Day Matte Finishing Powder. Yeah, it's actually a finishing powder, and it's really a good one. It's soft, it's really nice, and it's one of those powders that I should carry on my bag just in case with a powder puff, and that's it. But I just never carry anything with me. So I have a lot to go through, and I'm actually feeling like I'm discovering this because since I put them on this bin on my closet, I don't really use them because I usually search for products on my drawers. This is a gem, and it's worth it because I've used it. I just treasure it, and I think I needed to buy a lighter shade. This is the 6.5 Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk powder. This is sort of the foundation but in a powder form. This will never make you look dry or cakey. The finish is beautiful. It's just too dark for me right now, but when I'm self tan it looks beautiful. If I had it in a lighter shade, I would use it because it's not the kind of powder that will change completely the color of your foundation. It will just give you a little bit more coverage without being noticeable. It just sits beautifully on the skin. It doesn't mattify your skin completely. It keeps the luminous touch to it. It's just a perfect powder. I'm looking at my entire collection of powders. I haven't finished yet, but just about 3 of them or 4 of them would be enough to have an amazing collection of powders, and I have 23. So yeah, it's just insane for me. This one I got, I regretted it. I never got around to returning it because I moved to Colombia because I love the pressed version of this one and I finished one, but I bought the wrong shade because the one that I had that was pressed was named Beach, and I didn't want to get that shade because I wanted something for when I was lighter, and this is too pink for me. This is the color Flesh Soft Velvet Loose Powder by NARS. This is one of those products by NARS that is not my favorite, and it's an exception because NARS is one of my favorite, if not my favorite brand. So yeah, this powder haven't been used and loved because of the color. I need to see if now that I'm getting lighter again, it will work for me. I need to see if I can buff with it because I buff every day. I need to go through a lot of powder. Damn it. I have also here the Bare Minerals Original SPF Foundation. I've heard so many people rave about this foundation. I got it. Never use it. Never use it. I bought it in the shade W15 Light. And I never use powder foundations. I always use just foundations. it baffles me that I have these the amount of powders that I have. If I had them just translucent powders, translucent, not even colored powders like the ones that I showed you before on my last inventory video, but just translucent powders, I would be good because I know I go through them. But colored powders, I never use them. This powder I forget about, but when I use it, I truly use it. You can see that I've heat pan on it. I used to use this a ton and pack it on when I was into super highlighty under eyes. I haven't been into that for a while, but with a light hand, this looks beautiful still to just set the face. This is the Sheer Finish Pressed Powder in the shade White. And I know that they have sort of a banana shade. That would have been better for me, but the white one works. If not, I wouldn't have heat pan on it. It's a nice powder. I will have to put this out, and I know that this I will finish. MAC Studio Fix. I have it in the shade NW18. This was a gift, so I didn't get this, and this is super light for me. I think it would be good just to clean up or just to set the lid or stuff like that. I will put it on my kit. It will work better for my kit than for myself. I don't really use MAC foundation products. Not that I have anything against them. It's just that I never use them. I have here a powder from, this powder is not from this Airspun. This is the one from Flower Beauty, and it's the matte powder in the shade number 2. This is super dark, but it's flawless. It's a really beautiful powder. It looks stunning on the skin. You look mattified and perfection without a pore. So I need to use that when I'm self-tan, because that's how I used to use it, with a wet sponge and just set my entire face with it. I would look super dark and beautiful. So that's a good powder. I just forgot about it. Then the CoverGirl Professional Loose Powder. This is translucent medium. This is not translucent, but I haven't really used this. I know that my mom used to use it, and I was gonna do a video on drugstore and I never did. Maybe I should just give this to someone since it's unopened, or give it to one of my sisters-in-law because it's a beautiful powder. I still don't know. I'm gonna try to finish as much as I can because this is money that I've spent on product. And then this one, this is from a brand here in Colombia. It's called Tonos, and this was a gift from a makeup class that I went. This has the staple baby powder type of scent that Colombian makeup has. This is in the shade Cinnamon. This is dark for me, but again, it was a gift. So I can use it either as a bronzer or I can just give it away to someone. So yeah, guys, that's my entire colored coverage powder collection. Some loose, some pressed, most of them basically new and unused. That's it for this video. That's why I'm doing this no buy, because I really don't need more makeup. Let me know how many colored powders you have, if you use them, if you don't. If you do use them, let me know how you use them, in what step of your makeup routine do you use them, and if they don't match you quite perfectly, how do you make sure that you finish them? That's it, you guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Let me know if you're in for the no buy this month, or for 2 months, or for a year. Let me know below. I will be happy if you are accompanying me through this journey. And I guess I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.